What up, homies? We're gonna be doing another replay review. This time it's a 1v1. He said he was around Grand Champ, said he was in a big slump, wanted to know what was going wrong. Also, sorry that uploads have been taking forever, or like not forever, but I mean like I haven't uploaded anything in a while, so I apologize for that. Been kind of lazy, not gonna lie. No excuse for that. But I'm trying to get YouTube back up, so yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into it. And yeah. Let's do it. I think he's the Octane player, but I think I'm like 100% sure. Oh! Alright, not that. Alright, let's restart. Let's get into it. What's he got for us on the kickoff? No speed flip. Lands to the right. Or the left, sorry. Probably gonna lose it. Yep. Not terribly. I mean, he still gets pretty goal side, but still, I mean, a little bit off, things like that. They matter when you're going against somebody with a better kickoff. This guy is probably a little more goal side like this. Hit the ball kind of more in the center. Also the flip matters too, how you flip. And so like he sees you all the way off to the side, so he can predict, okay, you're gonna flip this way, I'll just hit this way, flip that way, and I'll win. So yeah, that's exactly what he did. Yeah. Not a huge deal though, you didn't lose terribly, and you should be able to get boost, right? This feels risky. You're like so basic for it. Yeah, see, I don't really like this that much. This challenge is kind of bad. You just take it like straight at him. I'd have probably tried to go a little wider. Because let me show you why. Once this develops and you're here, I'd rather you be like here. Because now, like as you're turning, he has all this space behind you right here. And that's what he does. Instead of taking it across, he uses the space behind you to kind of put you in an awkward spot. And when you're shadowing, you never want to be here. You want to be with him here. Because you want to keep the play in front of you. But now you're kind of awkward. And I'll also get pretty nitpicky, and that way I can just kind of tell you everything I'm seeing you do wrong. It'll probably be an overwhelming amount of information, but I think it'll probably be helpful in the long run. And then this is an interesting challenge. I mean, like, I guess it's good because he's probably not expecting it, but it's bad because as soon as you hit the ball, you're going to bounce off the wall and you recover really bad. So, you know, I don't know. If this goes a little worse for him, or for you, then you might get scored on. Because that's kind of a bad recovery. He hits it, take time, he's out of the play. Alright, that's not what you did. Okay, so as soon as I see this, my eyes go right here. Just seeing him, like, okay, he's totally out of the play, right? In the air, I'm not worried about it. Now we will look back at the ball and we get under it, we try to make a goal. We have 61 boost, right? Great amount of boost. I would have probably just flipped a little bit, maybe use like 10, sit with 50 or so. But instead you end up pre-flipping it, which does two things wrong. Number one, you get, I mean, if you pre-flip better, I guess it's okay, but kind of hard to time it. You end up sending the ball to his half, so he can get his corner boost. And then you use all your boosts. So, you know, like you're kind of just not doing anything with the ball. He gave you possession by going for a bad aerial, and you didn't do anything with it. And then you missed the mid boost, so now we're out of boost. And then he should beat you to the boost. Does he? Wait, what? How are you even collecting this? You're literally a mile away from it. Oh my god. Okay. Guess I was wrong. Interesting. Feel like you got kind of lucky there, but alright. Felt like he was a little closer. Could just be the replay though. And then this gets out of this. How did he honestly? How did he beat you? Like he looks closer. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like, you know, he looks a lot closer to it. I'd be kind of tilted if I was that guy. All right. But anyways, you kind of end up way in front of the ball. I mean, this is fine. This gets awkward. It looks like you're kind of just, and it's fine. You end up faking. This is just kind of an awkward situation, I guess. Just kind of trying to feint him out. It works. Good, you have space. Decent shot. Could have been better. This is good though. Good fake challenge. take the ball to yourself, and then decent job to hit it away from him. Although the touch probably goes a little bit further than you want. You want to hit a little closer to the boost. That way it's a little bit cleaner. You can get on this ball quicker. And then here, I probably wouldn't have shot right away just because it's pretty likely he's going to fake challenge, and he does. And you kind of know this just with his play style already. He's pretty fake heavy. Yeah, so you end up kind of giving the ball. But it's still good because, like, in ones, if you can just make your opponent jump, waste boost, grab their boost, and keep pressure, it's good. But then you get kind of an unlucky bounce. Oh no. What is this? Oh no. That's... He fake jumps. Yeah, so where my eyes go, I see this bounce. Second thing I'm looking right here. I'm trying to see what the hell he's doing. And then, once I see him jump, and if he's going for an aerial, his nose will be up, his nose is down. At this point, I'm kind of like, alright, he's not going. He'll still be facing forward though, so it's still dangerous. You still need to watch him. Yeah, but then your flight path is terrible. Like, your car is literally, let me get a straight line, facing this way, and the ball's up here. So what that means is you're basically going to have to use a ton of boost to correct this while you swing your car out like this, and that's going to waste a ton of your boost. Well, let me go on ahead and fix this overlay. There we go. Sorry, we can see the boost. Yeah. See what I mean? See how you had to like swing out like this because your line was bad, and now you get a really bad touch. And now you've wasted a ton of your boost. Yeah, you wasted like basically 70 to make a play of nothing. And then it could have been worse if he actually had a decent shot. And then 2 touches are kind of bad here. You want to get on the outside of the ball. I would have waited a little bit longer to flip just because it's kind of far away from you. And then you want to be hitting the ball here because you want to be able to get the boost and then just kind of swing into it instead of having the ball. You want the ball like going to the right side of the boost, not on the left side, because now you have to like turn back into it like this, yeah, and like that. A little bit more awkward, and it's going to take longer, so it's just better if you hit it correct in the beginning. And then you kind of throw the ball here. Like, I'm not really sure why we're doing this. He's not even challenging. If he's quicker to this, if he just like jumps down, he might have been able to score. A better player probably could have. But I mean, you don't really get punished, so it doesn't really matter this game. But something to think about for sure. Yeah, I mean, like just throwing away possession, it's really bad. You can see he's not challenging. Like your eyes, make sure you're, especially in 1v1s, they need to be on your opponent. You got to be watching what they're doing. You see him turn, okay, I don't need to jump off, just control, play on the ground, you know. Now you see this, save your boost, let him hit across, that's fine. We go now, if not we fake, or we just miss. Okay, well, based on his playstyle, you know he's going to fake this 100%. So, yeah, but as long as you hit this, it's not that dangerous, but you just miss. So, I mean, that happens. It was a time. Again, these reads are a little easier if you kind of take a wider angle, but obviously since you're trying to beat him, I gotta go quick. Yeah, but then you just like kind of rush into it, get too far under it, and you probably get scored on because of that. Yeah, it was not ideal. Well, let's see the next kickoff. You don't know how to speed flip. I'd recommend learning that, especially as you get into higher champ ranks. It's just gonna give you free kickoff wins. Yeah, this is not a speed flip. This is just a side flip. And then you don't read the fake. Okay. For the ball. It's still good because he passes it to you. Yeah, but you get here later than you should have. As soon as you get the 100, you gotta understand, okay, I have boost advantage. I don't need to go for the other mid boost. Like, why are you going for the mid boost? You already had 100 boost right here. You pick up this 12. You can just hold your momentum. Like, you don't need to use boost when you're supersonic. You just hold it. You take this ball, you cut into it, and now because he's flipping here, he's going to be really far into this, and you just have a good possession. But instead, you take a boost you don't need, and then you get beat, and now he can go grab the mid boost, and your boost advantage is gone. And then this comes awkward because you can't really see him. So here, I flip ball cam off really quick, just so you can see where he is. And then you see the fake aerial, or probably what will be a fake based on this play style. And then we get another rushed aerial, which turns into a bad touch. And basically, you're rushing this because you get too far under it. Like you get really far under the ball, and now you kind of have to jump like at an awkward angle instead of you're a little bit further back. Not like that. Like back here. Then it's easier to hit it going up into it. And what it's going to allow you to do also is you're going to be able to see him while you're sitting here and watch the ball. So yeah, keep the ball in front of you. If the ball's above you, it gets really awkward when you have ball cam on because like you can barely see him. And even if you have ball cam on but you're a little further back, the angle is going to be better. So yeah, then we rush this, get a horrible touch. He's quick, he probably could score this. But you panic, and then you miss. And now we're out of boost, and we haven't done anything with the ball we could score on. Alright, so that's not ideal. I mean, you're just kind of rushing it for no reason. I don't know why. I guess this situation isn't really dangerous as long as you're paying attention and you're using your camera. But you're not. You're just watching the ball, and you don't know what's going on. And then you rush the touch. And then you rush this touch. Even though you know he's going backwards because you just hit it. And so at this point, he's probably facing away from you. There you go. And then we get this touch for no reason, and he's not even going. You don't even hit it, and now we have to use all of our boosts just to protect a 50. But you get scored anyways because you don't have boost. So I mean, overall, just not a good play. I wouldn't recommend doing that. And basically the problem is you're not paying attention to what your opponent's doing. Yeah. Pick off. Your kickoffs are good. You hit the ball in the center for the most part. Surprised he didn't save that. That shot could have been better for sure. But yeah, I mean, just difficult on 12 boost. I think he should have saved that. His line was bad, but just gets the job done. Learning speed flip is definitely going to be an important part if you want to get to the higher champion ranks. Okay, he misses, and you get another free goal. Alright, he lets you back into the game. Okay, we take those. Now you gotta be thinking, alright, we win these. Again, you hit the ball on the side, and that's why you lose this. Yeah, I think you did this last time when you had a similar kickoff. See how far to the left you're landing? You want to be landing here. You want to be landing right on this middle. Let me get more straight. You want to be landing like right here, basically. Well, let me actually just switch the camera angle. This, there we go. Not like that. Okay, well you want to be landing like right here on this boost so it's straight instead of the side. That way you can just jump into it and then jump like this, and then as soon as you hit the ball, then you flip. Whereas now you're kind of forced to flip to the right. Which, again, if your opponent's reading that, which he is, based on how I've seen this, he's just going to force it there. So yeah, then you lose the kickoff. And I feel like he probably could have scored that if he would have gone to the ball, but maybe not. Going off the wall. Right? Don't know why you flip so early and give him a free ball. Like here, your first touch is kind of bad. This is fine, right? I'd break a little bit here, and then I'd try and get a higher pop. But instead you kind of like hit it on the side. Like that. And now the ball's doesn't have great height. And then, I mean, you could probably even just fake this because of how far away he is. But you just kind of throw it at him, and now he has a free ball. And he gets better recovery, and now you don't have boost, and you're forced to rush back. Which gives him space, and then you don't watch the demo. Although it's kind of lucky that he just lands on you, but still, it's a horrible offensive play. After you just win the kickoff, and have the boost advantage for a little bit. Like, this could have just been so much more. But a bad first touch, then you kind of throw the ball away. And now we're forced to rush back. And then boost over ball. And then we see him, but we don't hit the brakes, avoid him or jump or anything, and then he probably gets scored. So basically, main things I've seen in this game, you're not doing much with the ball when you have it. And you're not reading your opponent that well. He's been super passive, but you're not reading that. Like, he's not really challenging you, you're just kind of throwing the ball away. Kickoff here is fine. I would have used your boost sooner to try and control the ball and the boost, but you didn't flip there. But it's fine, you still end up getting it. Now, I would hit this because he's in your corner, so you just pop it over him, and then it's awkward. Okay, but you fake. Now you could get bumped, but you kind of just... I think you're expecting a bump here because of how awkward the situation gets, or maybe you're trying to hit it, I don't know, but you can't really jump on the corner of the goal, or the corner of the wall. You jump over him, and it's a bad play. Instead, all you need to do to avoid this, either take possession right after the kickoff, like I was talking about earlier, or chip right here. Just turn into this, turn to the right, like this, pop it over him. And how do you know you can do this? Well, because you're watching your opponents, and you know he's in the corner. You get a touch, and it goes right over him. Instead, this becomes really awkward, and then you rush this, you can't jump on the corner, you end up spamming A, and you end up just jumping over there and give him a free goal. I mean, like, from his POV, you basically just give him a free goal. I'm not gonna lie. He basically, like, he doesn't even go for it. He just waits, and then you just throw yourself out of the play. Like, he literally does nothing. You just outplay yourself there for no reason. When you could have the outplay here, or a little bit later, right here. You pop this over him, you get a quick counterattack. You miss again. I don't know. You're rushing in situations you don't need to rush it. Not really paying attention where the opponent is. So yeah, not ideal. And your first touches don't seem very on point. But that's okay. Interesting turn. He's played passive the whole game, so I mean here I honestly probably would have challenged. Because I would have guessed he's not going to go. Because why? Well, he hasn't ever gone for the ball again. And then if you would have just rushed this, you would have hit it past him. He wouldn't have expected it. He might have scored. Now we're kind of awkward. Good save. You end up bumping him. Kind of unlucky. Yeah, but like, here this whole could have been avoided. Just by reading that your opponent doesn't go for the ball very often. Maybe he's surprised. Maybe he beats you, maybe you get beat, but I don't know. You just kind of... And like, why are we even facing this way? If we're not going for this, why are we facing this way? Because as soon as he hits this, then we first force to turn. We're not going to go. We should be getting ready to like turn out of the play. But I feel like you're just facing forward for way too long here. And then when we finally do turn, now this is awkward because he can either take the ball this way or this way, and we don't really know. So instead of turning this way here, I probably would have turned this way. That way he's forced to go this way. And I guess you could take it up the wall, but then that's an easy save. So, yeah, I feel like you kind of turned the wrong way too. Alrighty, and now we have the replay wheel stuck. Alright, we're back. But like I was saying, you were turning the wrong way. And this is almost a goal because you do. And then yeah, you end up bumping him right there, and he's able to fall out of the net, which is pretty unlucky because now he has your base. I wouldn't have gone up the wall here. I just waited because he's driving by it anyways. Kind of a bad flick because you get too far under it. Like here, just slow down, get a better touch. That way you stay behind the ball. And still landing in front of it. Because it gives him an opportunity to challenge if you're in front of the ball. But he never challenges. He's passive, but I don't think you've realized that yet. Or if you have, you've done a bad job capitalizing on it. This is honestly a good play with no boost. Take it to the corner. Or not the corner, your boost. Yep, good job. Turn's a little slow and pretty poor, to be honest. That was not good. Yeah. Pretty bad mechanics here. This is good. You're not really landing. I don't know why you flip there. You don't need to. And if you do flip, make sure your wheels put you in a better spot than facing backwards. And then your turns are really slow. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really slow turn. And he fakes like he's been doing all game. And then I guess you get baited, and then it's kind of a bad situation. Like you have a free ball here, and you absolutely turn it into the worst play possible, besides getting scored on. But you almost get scored on anyways, so I mean it's just not a good play. You have time and space, but instead you lose possession, almost get scored on. So yeah, I really haven't seen you do anything good with the ball yet. So that hasn't been good. Mainly because you've just been getting faked by your opponent. You're not really watching him, or maybe you're not paying attention to his play style. That's a good demo. Should be a goal. Okay, we take a lot of time there. This is not how I would have gone about this. So you bump him, ball flash to the right. At this point, I'm thinking, how do I get a shot on net? I'm not going to go for their boost. I'm going to go over here. Maybe grab like 24 boost off of pads, like a pad here and here. And then I'm going to try and shoot this. Instead, you take his boost. You still don't have possession of the ball, and you've wasted most of the time from the demo. And then you miss the touch. And now all the danger's really gone, basically. Even though he doesn't have boost. Okay, this is good. Good patience. He never has challenged you. He's very non-committal, and you have to understand that he's not really going to go for the ball. And let's say he does hit this. Like, it just goes into the corner, and you're still in a good spot, so it literally doesn't matter. There's no need to jump there. This honestly should be a goal. Jump. Yeah. Kind of poor with the speed off the demo, but you end up getting the goal, so it worked. Kickoff's better. You flipped the wrong way, though. Don't know. Oh my. I don't know what this is. This is poor. Yeah, for one, you flip to the right instead of flipping to the left. You flip to the left, you win this. Again, you learn this by watching what your opponent's doing and counteracting what they're doing. So you see him, he's landing outside on the outside of the ball, so he's going to have to flip back into it. And so a flip back into it's going to push the ball this way. So we're going to push the ball the same way he's going to push it. And we win that ball. But instead, you do the opposite. And then instead of flipping this way instantly, grabbing this pad and taking control, we go for a wave dash. Which pushes our momentum this way instead of this way. And then you pre-flip and miss the ball, instead of just flipping, grabbing the pad, taking control, and going back. So you're doing things that are just like not really useful to you, I guess. I'm not sure why. I mean, all we do, like, just flip for the ball. He's going for the boost. Maybe he thought he was going to go for it, I guess. He thought he'd turn in here. But he's been pretty consistently going for the boost. There was a time on the kickoff where he went for the boost instead of scoring an open net. So, you know, you kind of got to learn to read your opponent. And then you miss, and that's free goal. Like, you're kind of just throwing yourself out of the game. Kind of a lucky double tap, not going to lie. But you're not really, like, doing anything threatening. You're getting faked by literally everything he's doing. Yeah, it's not very good. Net? Very good. Kind of soft shot, but it's all good. Looks like he lost confidence at the end of the shot. I would have just went for the bang, but obviously, you know, I trust my shooting. Yeah. You just kind of like go low. Maybe you knew you had him beat, or just playing safe. Either way. Works. Yeah, but I mean, okay. Let me just show you kind of like you need to be more patient for sure. And you need to definitely watch the opponent. Then you need to actually like make a play happen. Like you're just kind of throwing the ball away because you're not watching the opponent and you're not playing patient. And then also like you're flipping in situations that are putting you in a bad spot. Like the wave dash. I guess the wave dash was one of them. And then there's one on the wall where it put you backwards and then you almost got dunked in. So, yeah, there you flip the right way, but you just like get too far on top of the ball. Yeah, and then it ends up like pushing you out to the side. But it's still good because you win the kickoff. And then should be a goal. Nice. Like the only reason you're in this game is because of kickoff goals. Literally, that's it. He's outplayed you in every other aspect of the game. I mean, imagine if you learn to speed flip, you just score every time. Good fake. Although, again, you're flipping for a ball you already beat for, which is just putting you out of play here. You gotta understand, I'm beat. He already got the boost. He has everything. Even if we do hit this, it's not gonna be hard. He's just gonna back off, save it. There's literally no point in going for this. You just want to stay here and stay grounded. Maybe get this pad if it comes back. Well, my guess is this might turn into a goal again. He has you dusted. You just have to understand that I can't beat him. Good fake. Although, I wouldn't have used all my boost. I'm trying to save it. But honestly, I probably just would have hit this because going for this play with 40 base is very tough. And then we flip when we're to beat and puts us out of the play. But he's so slow that he doesn't score. Then we get an open net. First touch is really bad though. That first touch is bad too. Like this should be a goal every time. But again, your setup's bad. Like your angle to the ball is horrible. You need to get more straight with this to send it more over here. But you hit it from the side and the ball goes flying over there. So yeah, at this point you understand, okay, I can beat him. But see how our angle's going this way and not this way? Not like on net. So I'll show you when you're slowing down. This, not like that. This, like that. Player view. Okay, so see how when we're hitting the ball, you're touching it this way, not that way. And again, I don't know why we're like airballing this. It's just like a weird way to go for the ball. To be honest, this is definitely scoreable if you just get such bad touch. And a lot of it's because you push way too far forward instead of sitting a little bit further back, like I was talking about earlier. And then you get way too far under the ball. And then you just kind of, it makes it a lot more awkward. I would have been further back, especially since he's out of boost, probably. Since he missed the boost, right? Yeah, so he's out. Kind of gotta just be aware of those things. And then if you're a little bit further back, like here, you know, we can't hit it. That's a lot easier than like this to score. Yeah, situational awareness hasn't been good. Your first touches have been pretty bad too. And here, your first touch is bad because you just kind of hit it to the wall. Like you can't score off this. First touch should be in a position where you can score off of it. And here, you see him coming like this. I would have tried to get it like this, either this way or high. That way you could make a play on it. But instead, you just hit it over here. So, I mean, it's not threatening. And then he just gets a free save, basically. And he baits you again. And you get scored on. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is an open net that you managed to get scored on for. And you're also, I don't think you know very well about when you're beat to the ball. Like here, why are we going? He's literally already boosting. I mean, I think one thing you definitely need to do is watch the opponent and take your eyes off the ball occasionally. Like he's boosting, okay, I'm beat, don't jump, don't go for it. Boom. See, if we're on the ground here, we beat him to the boost, and we get the ball. And we don't get scored on. But you go for a bad ball. Not the play. Not the play. It's all good though. 5-6. We come back from these, right? Right, let's see it. Good kickoff. Are you gonna flip the right way? Kind of. You didn't get great contact on the ball, but it works. That's terrible. See, when you have so much time, you gotta watch your opponent more. Like, look at how far away he is. And you're just like throwing it. Oh, it's hard to watch. Oh dear, that's so risky. Going for this with no boost, and a game that's 5-6 is not something I would have done. I'd grab this pad and turn around. Because you're both out of base. It's not like he's going to dust you to the ball. But it works out because you get a touch. How many times are you going to get faked by his aerials? Oh my. Like, here you have to know he doesn't have a lot of boost. Like, you just have to know he can't reach this. But you get faked again, and he almost scores. So, he's just giving you the ball. That's kind of a bad play from him. But then you take it up the wall. I don't know. This is just really awkward, honestly. Good recovery from you though. Be right on the ball. This is good. I'd go under it. Perfect. Wait, but don't throw it away. You're throwing the ball away way too much. You know he's never going to challenge you because he hasn't this whole game, basically. But you still give him the ball. 50. Not like that. So when we're 50, whatever side we're coming from is the side it's going to block, right? So if he's coming here, and you're coming here, then this whole area, basically, the ball will not go. Because the ball's going to fly this way somewhere. We don't know exactly how. But our net's over here. We're 15 like this. So we want to get a little more goal side, and then we also want to get a little better of a 50 here. Let me slow this down. So we're trying to get a little bit goal side, but do you still see how one problem is you're very low on the ball? Like you're gonna hit here when he's hitting here, so it's gonna go over you. And our contact on the ball is gonna be about here. He's coming like here. Ball's gonna go basically this way. And because you're low, it has the chance to even go over you and go this way. So as we keep playing this, see how much lower you are on the ball? He ends up sending it literally right over your head. Even though you're blocking that direction, you get so low on the ball, so it doesn't matter that you're blocking it. Which just comes with understanding 50s, I guess. It's all good. Sorry if I'm being overcritical, though. I am just trying to make sure, like, you're learning as much as you can from this replay. I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible. By helping you kind of understand how I see your game. Again, one thing I don't like, you have no idea where your opponent is. You should have checked to see where he was. Because then you might not have rushed this touch. You're gonna know you have time. And right here we see him all the way back, but you pass it to him because you get another bad first touch. Yeah, your first touches are not very good. This game, at least. You're hitting this ball way too hard when you have so much time. You're passing it to them, and now, like, what can you do off of this ball? I do not know. And then we go for a bump, but we miss. And then instead of turning really quick, you fly off the post and get a bad recovery, and if he's quick, he probably could have scored, but he didn't. Instead, you go for about 50, and he gets basically an open net. Yeah, I mean, he's been faking you the entire game. So, maybe a time to, like, read his playstyle a little bit. Especially, I mean, you have 18 boosts here, this is just so risky. Just throw in a fake challenge every now and then. You get scored on. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to do, to be honest. It like watching this, it just seems like you're trying to play against an opponent that's just not there. And you're trying to counter things that he's just not doing. This was almost good. Except for the part where you hit it pretty far away from yourself. This part right here, I would have stayed close to the ball. He ends up messing up and you almost score, so I mean it's kind of a misplay from him. That would have scored you, that would have got you a goal, but like here, again, he's literally been fake challenging the whole game. Why are you hitting this away? You know he's not going to go for the ball because he hasn't gone for it the whole game. And he has the lead. Why would he throw himself out of the play? So just take control of the ball and go for a goal. And you finally get it over. But like this shouldn't have been a goal because he fake challenges you. You pass it to him right here. He should have challenged you, right here. But he turns away. And I don't know why. And then he gives you another chance to score. Which you do. But you have to just start understanding, like, what is my opponent doing? Let's watch him to find out. Does he fake a lot? Okay, maybe he won't go for the ball. Again, every single time you go for this kickoff right here, you're hitting the ball really far on the left. You need to get more middle. But you actually win it, so, I mean, it works. Good fake. Good double fake. Good flick. You're so lucky, holy shit. Alright. We take those. Unlucky bounce. Oh, you've made it so hard for yourself. Oh, you had the chance too. It's just like, your first touch was so bad. So, I mean, yeah, really unlucky bounce. Alright, but why are we facing this way? I would have rushed and got here a little sooner, so I could be hitting the ball in a direction like off the backboard and maybe go for a shot or like up here, or a first touch. But you play it kind of slowly, even though you're low boost. I would have just rushed across, grabbed the boost. Yeah, you just kind of like don't commit to going supersonic. You get the boost, and now when the ball arrives, you're really awkward. Instead of facing this way, I would want you to be here, which you could have got, but you're a little slow. Because you kind of just like went like this to it, Instead of just going supersonic, getting boost, turning, and being here. Kind of like this. And now you're facing here. Yeah, I mean, just kind of like preparing for the play. And now we get a really awkward first touch. And then you rush, even though he hasn't challenged you the whole game. And we get another chance. He fakes you again, even though he literally has not gone for the ball once. Like, you just gotta go for it. 2 seconds left. Keep it up, off the wall. Oh, bad first touches. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I thought. Number 1, your opponent awareness really is not very good. Your first touches definitely need work. Sorry, it's kind of hard to have decent handwriting with this. Hopefully you can read it. But so opponent awareness is pretty bad. Your first touches haven't been good. You rush a lot. So rush less would be my advice. You also need to do a better job when you have possession of just like not throwing the ball away. Throw away less. And you should probably have better just like I'll put it up here with regards to boost too. Your awareness of your opponent's boost number. And then a 5th thing I would work on would just be like staying further back when you're shooting. Stay further behind ball. Behind ball would kind of be what I recommend. So let me show you how I would go about doing a few of these things. So let's demonstrate, I guess. All right. So what do I mean when I say go further behind the ball? When you're trying to shoot, let me see if I can find a tag for this. Like, I don't know. We'll try this one. So like, we need something that goes in the air a little bit. So okay, we'll just use this for example. So instead of like being, I guess, I don't know, let me just do this. So you want to be here to shoot a ball like this, instead of like being here, right? Like one thing I saw a lot of games, not with an example like this, is so this ball comes across, but you'll be like over here, trying to shoot it, which makes it awkward because the ball's going to be higher above your car, and you need to basically get up and then go forward, right? Whereas like if you're further back and this ball comes across, then it's like way easier to intercept it. So yeah, you do need to stay close to the ball in ones, obviously, right? But you want to make sure you have a good angle to shoot the ball, so you can just come in and just absolutely bang it. You know what I mean? Again, with first touches, the way I practice, if you're on PC, workshop maps 100%. But you need to make sure, like when the ball's coming like this, you don't want to be getting a first touch like that to the side. You know, you want to make sure when a ball goes flying off a wall that you get in a position where you can score it, right? So like if I see this and I want to take it middle, then I want to make sure my first touch gets the ball in position where I can do something with it, right? If it pops off the wall like this, and I want to instantly catch it, we need to be able to do that. We don't want to go like that, right? So instead, we want to do something more along the lines like this. The ball comes out, right? Maybe you can bounce off the backboard and go for a shot, like that. Oh, that was actually pretty bad example. Let me demonstrate again. Like this, you know, go for a touch off the backboard, right? And then we can follow it up with a shot. So yeah, and a lot of first touches, especially with your ranking ones, you don't need to go super quickly. Like they can be kind of bad, like maybe like that. Maybe actually that's probably not even close to being good enough. But you can probably like wait for a bounce and then catch it because they won't go. And you need to do a better job reading your opponent too. If your opponent's backing off, don't just keep flicking the ball away. Just keep driving it down the field until you flick it over their head a few times and force them to challenge you. You know, same thing. Like when you're on the wall too, don't just throw the ball off and then flip instantly. If they're not challenging you, you want to take up as much space as possible. You want your last shot to come in as late as possible. So we want to take all the space. Maybe we fake the reset and we go for like a wave dash or something. So you want to not throw the ball away as soon as possible. You want to hold on to it. If they challenge, go for if they go for an early challenge, just low 50. You know, there's just a lot more you can do as opposed to just like chasing around the ball. Or like if the ball's bouncing here, we don't just need to rush and jump to it, right? It's not 3v3, it's ones. If the ball goes like this, we check where the opponent is. Maybe we go for first catch, first touch, right? And then we go for a flick. So there's just a lot more you can be doing on the ball that I feel like you're just rushing into because your opponent awareness is pretty bad, and your overall awareness of their boost, and all that's been pretty poor. So I'd recommend kind of watching your opponent, um, and then playing to how they're playing. You know, watch what they're doing. I'd watch other pros and see how they go about certain situations in the corner. But yeah, first touches are big. If you can just get to a point where every time you touch the ball, it's threatening. You know, when this ball bounces off the wall, then you're like ready to go like this. You know, and then you can go and do whatever. As opposed to when this ball bounces off the wall, you get a bad touch and you have to catch up to it, and then it's out of your reach. You know, so things like that are what you kind of need to be practicing for 1v1. Now, I haven't seen you play in threes or anything like that, but that's what I recommend for ones. You're just like rushing when you don't need to, and yeah, I'd stop doing that. So you have so much time in ones, take advantage of it, um, and don't get faked out as much. And for your kickoffs, make sure you're flipping to the right side. Um, when you're shooting, stay a little bit further back. Take a little bit more time with your shots because you have it. You have the time in ones to do that instead of just like trying to force awkward shots like that. You know, maybe wait a little bit and then get a good shot on. You know, also maybe switch up offense a little bit. You didn't really have any like plays, to be honest. This was kind of your main play where you just like throw the ball away. I think most of your goals came off of kickoffs. So yeah, make sure you're switching it up on offense, going for air dribble bumps, going for flicks, going for stuff off the wall if you can do it consistently. Because you want to have a diverse variety of mechanics that you can go for. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. But yeah, hopefully this helped. Hopefully the video's given you quite a bit of information that you can use to kind of help improve. But yeah, without further ado, you have a good one. And I'll see you later.